but it is for somebody. Well, hello, everybody, and welcome to Geo's Power Hour here at Geo's Blogs, H-Town, baby. How y'all doing out there? I've had a productive day, sort of a kind of a busy day, but things got done. I'm going to go to the chat and see who's all in here. Let me check this out right quick. Hey, Marlene, how are you? Welcome to the chat. Thank you for being here. Tonight, we're going to be talking about gaslighting phrases that abusive people use, okay? But before I get started, I want you guys to know that in the morning at 10 a.m. Eastern Time, I will be over at Friends with Super Channels. And what's going to be happening over there is I'm going to show maybe up to 5 or 6 channel members over there. And then whoever comes in and, grow their channel by, whoever comes in and subscribes or watch a short for that particular channel member, your name will go on a wheel. And then with that wheel, I will put how many other people that comes in that's not a channel member of Team Bill with Geo. I will put your name on the wheel, spin it, and I'm going to do 2 people. So 2 people, you'll have to have a 6-hour playlist ready, and I will play your playlist, okay? But you have to participate in at least joining or watching a short and come back to the chat and let me know. But I will give you all the instructions over there. This is going to happen at Friends with Super Channels, okay? And I need to put my other light on, so I'll be right back. I forgot to do it. I was like, why am I not light enough? I don't know if this is going to work, but there we go. Okay. Yeah, that worked. I was like, what is up with that? But anyway, guys, so that's going to be tomorrow at 10 a.m. in the morning at Friends with Super Channel. So I hope you guys can come and support because any amount of traffic that you can get to your channel is good. Okay, whether it's 1 hour, 2 hour, or whatever, that's what YouTube likes. Watch time. All right, so I'm going to get started here. Hey, the mother and daughter duo. I'm going to get started here with our topic because y'all know I don't like to hold you long, but I need to refresh the chat so that I can make sure that I'm seeing everybody in the chat. Yes. Okay, let's get started. All right. And I'll probably drop the link down the last 15 or 20 minutes. I know that Marlene has her show coming on at 8:30, so I'm going to try to get done long before that. Let's see. Here, gaslighting. All right, let's get started. Gaslight phrases that abusive people use to control you and hurt you. Abusive people are good at using phrases that you might not realize are abusive. They say things that will cause you to question your memory and your mind. The abuser will use the gaslighting phrases repeatedly to continue bringing their victim down. The abuse. Why is there so many darn people like that in the world? Don't they know better? My God, that really kind of get under my skin when I'm, going through this. The abuser works to attack others. They do so gradually with rude comments or criticism. Then they will play it off like a joke, or they will outright lie about having said it. Here are gaslighting phrases that abusive people use uh, that is incredibly damaging to the victim and can cause them to become trapped in a cycle of abuse. If you know anyone that uses these gaslight phrases, you can likely identify them as an abusive person. So, gaslighting phrase number one. Before I get into it, let me go back to the chat to see if we have anybody new. Not yet. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and do number one, and I'll come back to the chat. Okay, here are some gaslighting phrases that they use, that people that gaslight use to hurt you. Number one, since you can't remember anything, I'll tell you once again. What? Oh, when I read that first one, I immediately said, what in the world? Now, it says a person that gaslight will always try to make you feel like you are having memory losses. Memory issues. Hey, Realist, how are you? Thank you for coming. Okay. And they say they do this to convince you to remember a situation differently. When it happens often enough, it can cause you to question your sanity. Wow. An abuser uses this method to warp your reality and convince you of things that never happened. Even when you know what you saw and felt, you will still end up questioning your reality of what you really saw. Wow. So when an abuser says, since you can't remember anything, I'll tell you once again, they're getting ready to tell you their reality. And they are also saying that what you saw wasn't real, that they make you think you're crazy. Okay, that's what this gaslighting phrase, that's what I got out of it. So I'm going to read this number one again, and y'all tell me what y'all got out of it. Since you can't remember anything, I'll tell you once again. Y'all in the middle of a discussion, and they just break out and say that. For me, I would say, I don't know what you talk about. I can't remember. My memory is good. It's you with your abusive self. That's that's what I would have said. And the first time I read that, that's what I thought to myself. Okay, y'all know I'm gonna keep it real, so that's what I said. Number two, gaslighters use this phrase. Hey, Aaron Bay, I've only started with number one. And we are talking about gaslighting phrases people use to hurt you and control you, Ara and Bay. The first one is, since you can't remember anything, I'll tell you once again. So that means that they're going to tell you their reality because what you saw wasn't really real and you can't even trust your memory. Lord, that is really abusive when you think about it. Okay, let's move on to number two. Why are you lying? I never did that. What? Why are you lying? I never did that. This is another phrase abusive people use to control others. It's another tactic of making you question your memory. They convince you to replace the real experiences with what they want you to believe. This gaslighting phrase will make you feel like you're in the wrong. Even when you saw the abuser do something or hear what they say, they will try this type of phrase. Why are you lying? I never did that. When you know in your heart these people did it. And then you'll be thinking, well, did I see that wrong? Or did I look at that wrong? Am I wrong for feeling like, this or that? That's what they do. You have to really, really watch people. And you have to really watch what they say to you. And if you have to really trust you. Because if you feel some type of way, you know what I'm saying? Then you need to stop and ask yourself, wait a minute. Did they just tell me that they never did that and I'm looking right at them and I heard them lie? You have to really, and then you'll know that if people say that to you, child, it's time to go. Or it's just time to tell them, look, I know you did that and you gaslight me and I don't like that. You got to set that boundary. That's what I would do up front and don't care what they said, even if I had to put them out my house. And that reminds me, my grandson did me like that once before. And I was so mad at him. And then he left and I was just trying to figure out why am I so mad at him? Because he was trying to change my reality. Okay. And once I figured it out, I had to call my oldest sister to talk about where I was. Okay. And she said, after we got through talking and stuff, I said, he tried to change my reality, but I didn't even know about gaslighting or anything like that. I just know that I just felt off. And so when I called him up, child, yeah, I can't tell y'all everything I said, but he knew not to do that mess no more. I told him I was no fool. I am your granny. And if you cannot respect the fact that I'm your granny and I saw what I saw, do not come back over here and do not call me in Timor. And I meant every word of it. But he got straightened out really well because your family members, they can gaslight you too and make you feel bad, especially the ones that are close to you. Okay? And right today, he be telling his other little brother, you better watch out because see, Granny knows stuff. You darn skippy, Granny knows stuff. Granny not stupid. Okay? So that had happened to me. That's when I was reading this. I was just reading it for myself. I had no idea I was going to, talk about this. And then I thought to myself, that's why I felt off. Little thing. Okay. Number 3, gaslighting phrases that people use to either control you or hurt you. And y'all in the middle of an argument or you discussing it, and then they just all of a sudden they don't want to hear anything else. So this is what they say. Number 3, you're just stressed out. I'm stressed out. Yeah, you need to chill. Chill, Granny. That's what he said to me. Yeah, but this thing, it's the same thing. You just stressed out. When someone tells you that you only feel or think something because you are stressed out, it is a sign of gaslighting. The abuser tries to make you feel like you are mentally weak and not thinking clearly. I swear, Marlene and R&B, I wanted to just choke him down. Now, this was after I talked to my sister and we came up with why I was feeling this way. I called him up. Y'all don't even know. I don't even want y'all to know. That's my grandson. I love him. But he was gaslighting me. Oh, even when I think, and even though it happened, 3-4 months ago, I'm still kind of salty about it. The little turd. Okay, the abuser tries to make you feel like you are mentally weak and not thinking clearly. As they use this phrase, they will likely say other things that make it sound like you're making no sense. Okay, and what he said to me was, Grant, this is what the gaslighter says most of the time. You just stressed out. But my grandson told me, you need to chill, Granny. I was like, I told him to get out of my house. I was livid, but I couldn't understand what it was that made me really go to 10 with him. Because normally I don't go to 10 with my grandkids. Okay. Oh, hey, Catherine with friends. How are you? Welcome in. Thank you so much for coming. Yeah, Marlene, you know which that's Taylor. The one that always tell me, Granny, you doing the most. Well, he ain't lying about that. Because I was doing the most when he was talking to me because I wasn't listening. But not this Granny, you just stressed out. Okay. Now he told you to take the the chill pill. Yeah, realist told me to take the chill. Yeah, because see, I was telling him he did something I didn't like, and his mother didn't like. So I'm sitting there trying to explain it to him, you know, telling him, hey, but three things gonna happen to you. You keep that up, jails, institution, and death. That's it. And then and then I went on to tell him some other stuff. And then he just gonna look at me with this straight face, like nonchalant, and tell my Granny, you need to chill. It was the way he said it, like I was dumb and didn't know what I was talking about. Child, y'all don't know. My oldest grandson be doing that to me also. That's what I'm talking about. But once I found out, Catherine, what he was doing, I called him up on the phone and I cannot tell y'all what I said or nothing. Okay, but just know he has not done that again. Okay, definitely leave him out of your will. That's what I'm talking about. I see. The next time you call to my Granny, can I hold $10? I'm gonna say no. You need to hold your mouth and don't you call. I blocked him for at least what a month. I blocked him. He called his mama, told me, Granny blocked me. I'm really close to all my grandkids, but I blocked him. I sure did. That was just uncalled for. You're not going to disrespect me nor make me think I'm dumb or crazy. That's a good way to get blocked out of my life. And then once I unblocked him, I ain't had no problem. I would have been slapped across the road. That's what I'm saying. Child, my grandson like 6'1", very handsome young man. And I wasn't about to slap nothing, but I wanted to. I know that's right. I give it to my grands too. They think because you're a certain age, you don't know nothing, and it's the whole opposite. That's what I'm saying. Yes, Catherine, they think that you don't know nothing. Oh, okay, so let me go back up to number one. Number one, this is what gaslighters say. Number one, since you can't remember anything, I'll tell you once again. they really messing with your reality of number one. Number two, why are you lying? I never did that. Like you really didn't see him do it. Ooh. And then number three, you just stressed out. Or Granny, you need to chill. Boy, please, you better go sit down somewhere. Number four, this is another one that they say. A gaslighter will say to you to hurt you or just be plain abusive to you. I can see what they said, what that says about you. What? I can see what that says about you. Mm-mm-mm. They might follow this statement up by telling you that you're the only person with your views. An abusive person likes to make their victims feel unstable and like they are an outcast. This phrase isolates you and make you question who you are and what you believe in. Child, I'm gonna say this right now, Marlene. I'm glad I went to therapy and sit up in that chair for 5 years. I don't mind telling people because I can see what that says about you. I'm glad that I know today. Okay? Because see, that phrase right there, I would have forgot about therapy. I ain't gonna even lie and went to 25 on your butt. Okay? Because that is just so abusive. I can see what that says about you. Like you don't have no opinion or you're the only one with that view. You know, and They want to isolate you and make you feel bad about yourself. Child, mm-mm. Okay, Marlene said, my mom did. One day I thought I was grown and told my mama how I felt. It was close to meeting my maker. Girl, you can't, it's some things you just don't say to your parents. No matter what they do or say, you just keep your mouth shut and go in your room, lay in your bed, put the pillow over your head, and then you just mumble because that's what I done. And my mama would come to the door and say, "What you say?" I said, "Nothing, nothing, nothing. I didn't think so." I would be like, oh, I'd be so mad. I mean, I thought she heard everything I said, and I would just be so scared. I stopped doing that. I just stopped. I just used to just say what I want to say in my head because I knew better than to let my mama know what I said because it wasn't good. Okay, mom did the same thing. Yes. Okay, let's move on to number 5. This is what gaslighters say to you to make you feel bad or abuse that's abusive to you. Don't you remember talking about this? Like you can't remember nothing. Don't you remember talking about this? When you aren't comfortable with something or don't want to do it, they will make you feel like you already agreed to it. Don't you remember talking about this? So they want you to think that you already agreed to it. The abuser attempts to alter your beliefs to get you to do something you wouldn't otherwise agree to do. Abusive people are so convincing that victims often believe their abuser when they use this tactic. Not me. Okay, don't you remember talking about this? This is not see, this is why I bring these topics because my mama took the door off because I slammed it. She was a thug. Darn, Marlene. She took the door off. Lord have mercy. Listen, guys, number 5, don't you remember talking about this? Okay. I mean, they just try to make you remember like you already agreed to it. I didn't agree to nothing, you know? Oh, I know what I was going to say. I was going to say that these topics that I bring you guys, they really be happening up in my life. And I did not know I was getting gaslighted by my grandson until I was looking for a topic and I ran across gaslighting. I said, I need to really know what gaslighting is really about. So I started to read this. And I was like, oh my God, no wonder I was crazy and fell off and like it was toxic or something because I got gaslighted. And then that prompted me to read the whole thing and then bring it to you guys to see what you all thought about it. So don't you remember talking about this? No, I don't remember talking about it because we never talked about it. Okay. Okay. She said, now what you got to slam in my house? Marlene, Marlene, Marlene. Mm-mm-mm. We learned early on not to disrespect our parents because back in the day, they didn't play. All right. Today is kids raising kids. That's why things happen like it is. And no father in the home. Or if it is, they are kids as well and haven't grown up. So how are they going to raise somebody? Okay. I be like, geez. Okay. Now we got, and I told all my grandsons, you need to put a rubber on it. Here, here, here. This is, look. Come sit down. This is what we're going to discuss tonight. All 3 of them asked them. They know about HIV. They know about condoms, rubbers, or whatever you want to cut. Because I sit them down and I told them. Okay? Even though one went out and had me a grandson, a great grandson, but at least he wasn't 16 and 17. He was in his early 20s. But yet and still, they can't say that they didn't know. All right. So So I have never had to say to them, "Don't you remember talking about this?" No, because they already know. That's what we should do. To me, that's how I feel. I can't put the way I feel and what I do on folks. But we need to have these types of conversations with our kids, whether you are a single mother or what have you. I did it because I was in I worked at a treatment center at that time, and they had a lot of condoms, and we used to give them out on the street corners because that was one of the things that we used to do. And I used to bring them home, and I used to have my grandsons help me put them in those little bags, and then because they would ask me what it was, and I would sit them down and I would tell them, and they know about it. They know about this, that, and that because they granny took out the time, because they spent a lot of time with me. And I took out the time to tell them, and I wish my parents would have done that for me. Okay. But back in the day, y'all know it was hush hush. Just keep your legs closed. They didn't tell you about how it was going to feel so that you can open them, but all they told you was to just keep them closed. That was it. They didn't tell you why, this, that. I mean, they did say you could have a baby and stuff, but child, I needed more information. I had way more information that I had. I probably would not have gotten pregnant. Okay? All right. That kind of went off left field. So don't you remember talking about this? I haven't had to say that to my grandkids. Thank you, Jesus. And my granddaughter, I expected for her to give me a great grandkid, but she doesn't. She said, "I remember everything you ever told me, Granny. And they can't, ain't no condom, ain't no party here." I said, she the only one that remembers. Okay? Jeez. Let's go to number 6. Okay? Now, when these are the gaslighting phrases that people use to hurt you or abuse you. Most people will tell you when you having too much fun or anything like that, they say, your friends are not good people. What you mean my friends are not good people? How you know? Anytime someone try to convince you that the people you love and enjoy spending time with are bad, they are abusive. Hey, the word, what's up? What's up? Peace and light to you. Thank you so much for coming. They are abusive. Anytime someone tries to convince you that the people you love and enjoy spending time with are bad, they are abusive. Someone that gaslights others wants to isolate their victim. Yeah, they don't want you to have no friends because they want you to be there so that they can gaslight you and make you feel bad so that they can feel good. There's some crazy people. They need to be under the therapy couch and let out every now and then. Okay? They will quickly want to be the only relationship you have. That's pretty crazy. I do not want to be involved with a person that gaslight me. I couldn't do it no way because, see, today I know how to recognize in my gut what I feel. Like I could not. I was so mad at my grandson. I kept saying, I shouldn't be this mad. Why am I angry with him? Until I called my oldest sister and found out. And that's what I'll do for a gaslighter. Mess with Geo, I'm going to keep on figuring it out. I'm going to take off the layer and find out you gaslight me. But today, because I'm reading these phrases and what gaslighting really means, oh, you in trouble, baby. The first time I even hear anything what I am talking about tonight, you are blocked out of Geo's life because I cannot have that in my life. I'm going to tell y'all why, because I am not going to go back to no therapist's office and sit there for 5 years crying. Okay? Trying to work my way through my messy past. That is not an easy job to do. So if you're going to be a gaslighter and you come to Geo, and I'm only speaking for myself, you got to go. And I am so glad that I was led to read this, because something must going to be coming my way. And if it is, you're blocked. You're going to get blocked. And first of all, you're going to get told off real bad. I ain't going to use no cuss vanity, no cuss word, no nothing. I'm just going to set my boundary. Okay. And by the time I'm done, you got to go. Okay. Your friends are not good people because they want to isolate you. Oh, no, I can't have that in my life. Abusive people will try to convince you to cut the people in your life off to gain control. The more people they can remove, the more you will depend on them. They don't want anyone to point out how cruel their behavior is, and your loved ones would do that. That's why they want to remove everybody from your life. Child, please, the block game is strong. That is so true. And yes, mother and daughter, they want to control you. The word says, yeah, anything passive aggressive, I consider gaslighting. It's levels, but the underhanded compliments. That's true. That's what I'm saying. And the backhanded compliment triggers me. That's what I'm talking about. And, and that's why I was just so angry with my grandson, because, all of that led me to this, something that I need to get more educated on. And I am so glad that I am reading this tonight, because, sometimes when things are brought to you, you need to pay really good attention, because somewhere in the future, something is coming my way, but it ain't gonna last for long. Like they say, trouble don't last always. Because I'm not putting up with it. Okay. I usually don't put up with a lot of stuff, especially if it hurts my feelings. And I don't put up with it, period. But this kind of crazy stuff, this is downright abusive, just downright. What is wrong with people these days? And if y'all think that I'm emotionally into this, yes, I am, because it didn't. I feel a little bit salty. You know what I'm saying? Shoot. Okay, let's move on to number 7 here. This is what gaslighters say. You are crazy, and everyone can see that. I can't believe it. You are crazy, and everyone can see that. An abusive person would try to say these things. Would say things like this, and they might call you obsessive. Oh, they do this to make you feel like you are acting and thinking inappropriately. Their goal is to make you doubt yourself so that they can gain control over you. Your feelings and the interpreter form for your soul. Yeah, it made me salty, Marlene. I think I'm still salty from that grandson mess. I ought to call him up tonight and say, and use one of these gaslighting phrases on him. I ain't gonna do that to my grandson, because I think he knows now. He can't play that with me. And I told him, don't be talking to other people like that. People are not crazy. There are people out here with good sense, boy. Okay? I try to not let people get to me, but sometimes mental illness. I know. I don't care. I feel a bit salty when I'm reading this, because this is crazy. It is. I don't understand why people are like this. Why you want to hurt people? I'm not into this hurting folks stuff, and this stuff hurt people. You are crazy. Everyone can see that. That is just awful. Number 8, this is what they say too. Oh, now this one really makes me just feel some type of way. You have no reason to be upset. Lord, how many times in the past have I heard that? Maybe I'm remembering some of the gaslighters that I used to date. What was I thinking? I didn't know no better, but today it's a different road. Let me run into one of them today. It's on, okay? You have no reason to be upset. Lord, they will argue that you didn't do anything wrong, or they didn't know you would be mad. They will argue that they didn't do anything wrong, or they didn't know you would be mad, even when the abuser knows that they were in the wrong. Mm, 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 mm. They will shift the blame or minimize their actions, causing you to doubt your thoughts and feelings. Mm, The next time I run into one of them exes of mine and they did this to me, and I see them in the grocery store or something like that, and they say, "Hey, Gio," I'm saying, I know you gaslighted me back in the day, and I ain't appreciate that. That's why we not together today, you punk. I know I'm wrong for that, but that's what I would really want to say. You have no reason to be upset. That is one of the things that I remember from my past. That really I am salty about that one. Okay, we should do a show for comebacks with those phrases. Over the years, I got crafted with my word selection with gaslighting. You know, I swear, the next time I run into one of my exes, and I hope God I don't, because I know me, I'm probably going to say it. They probably don't even know. I don't know what they know, but I know what I know today. It's on. Okay? Get out of my way. Don't even talk to me. Jeez. Okay? A person like this will fail to see the issue, even if you explain it to them. So it probably wouldn't even make a difference to say nothing to them. You know what I'm saying? Number 9. Here go number 9. I'm not even mad or upset. Abusive people that gaslight others will behave like they are upset or angry, but won't talk about it. If you ask them why they are mad, they will tell you that they aren't. This behavior leaves the victim wondering if they imagine things, although it is obvious the abuser is upset. That's crazy. That's crazy. Mm. After I learned things, found out some were gaslighters and narcissists. I know. After I learned too. Now that I'm reading this here, I'm really salty. You know what I'm saying? Even though we talked about a lot of things in my therapy sessions, but it wasn't like this here. Maybe I didn't hear it back then when she was trying to tell me. But this here, what I'm reading tonight, is in my face. And I'm understanding it. And I'm a bit salty about it and want to do something. Okay? Number 10. Number 9 is I'm just, I need to get my fan. I'm not even mad or upset. Okay? Oh, Gio's still salty over again. It just I don't care if it happened 10 years or 20 years ago. I'm salty about it because I did not understand what was happening to me. I just know it didn't feel good. So yes, I am finna go get my fan because this done made me real salty tonight. Okay, number 10, it isn't my fault. You can't. I've heard this one too, Marlene. I'm gonna go get my fan just a second, but it isn't my fault. You can't communicate better. Mm, 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 mm. Miss Gio, you're gonna cause me to have a heart attack laughing so hard, which is good for the soul. I'm just being honest, child. Let me go get my fan before I sweat myself. Nah, this is ridiculous. Uh-uh. But I'm going to talk about this. Oh, hold on, let's see. Okay. Ooh, that's better. Okay, I'm back. Hit that like button, y'all, because we finna talk about this. Okay, it isn't my fault you can't communicate better. When you are upset or hurt by something an abusive person said, they will accuse you of misinterpreting them. Even when there is no way to interpret what they said, they will tell you that you should communicate better. My God. Oh, now what can I wish I could just, okay. Where do people get off at? That's because they don't want to own up to what it is that they did. What you got to say about it, Word? The mother. I be looking forward to people trying to go looking for, oh, I can't see everything because of that red heart. Okay, go looking, but enjoy when it comes. Girlie, wow, Word, you be waiting for the people that's like that? Wow. Can y'all hear the fan? Because, child, I'm not even trying to cut it down. Okay, let me move on to the next. Let me just refresh this chat so I can make sure where I'm at. Okay, here we go. Okay, you hear the fan? I'm sorry, girl, but I ain't cut no air on. They cost too much. Okay? All right. Now, let me move on to the next one. Okay, I gotta stop getting salty. Okay. Oh, now here's another one here. You know I was joking. I got a girlfriend that does do this kind of crap, and I just kind of stopped talking to her. When someone says hurtful things to you or does something mean, they will tell you it was a joke. An abuser will accuse you of not being able to take a joke. The reasons they do this is that they are unable to apologize or admit wrongdoing. That's true. You know I was joking. Me, I would say, no, you weren't. Stop lying. Okay. I mean, I told her that we were all at a club. I just got tired of her. Okay. I'm just going to admit the truth. And she said something mean to me. And then everybody at the table started laughing. I looked at her. I wanted to throw that drink in her face. Okay. And this was after recovery. And I didn't care. I just reached back and get that old Geo. Okay. And I looked at her. I said, you were not joking. You meant every word you said. If I was you, I would get up from this table right about now before I drench your ugly butt with this drink. And she didn't, she got up and left. Because she knows she used to do that to me all the time. What is wrong with people? Until you set a boundary, people will keep doing that to you. You know, I'm not willing. No, ma'am. Okay, let me see what y'all saying. Okay, y'all cracking up. I study behavior, so it's like Steve Irwin coming across a wild animal rally. What are you talking about, Word? Are you talking about me, Word? Or are you talking about something else? You better try to let me know, because I don't know if you gaslighting me or not. Y'all know I'm already out there trying not to go. Try not to go to 10. Okay. People are weird. Yeah. Why y'all laughing? Y'all know, look, y'all know I'm being real. See, this is how you get free of things. You have to tell the truth, tell how you feeling. And when I get out of here talking to y'all, I'm gonna let that go. But I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna be ready, Word. I bet you that. I'm going to be ready. The next time somebody tell me that crap, I'm saying, I know you gaslight me. I read all about it, you know. You the one need to communicate. I can't even talk. I'm salty. You the one need to communicate better. You know, you didn't see that. I never done that. Now I know how to gaslight folks. Lord have mercy. I don't never want to be like that. Number 12. Listen at this one, y'all. Why are you so paranoid? Marlene, why are you so paranoid? Even with evidence of wrongdoing, a gaslighter will use this phrase. An abusive person using this tactic to make you feel small and like your thoughts aren't valid. That is so abusive. Not only that, but it can cause you to question your beliefs and your opinions entirely. You see why this is why these people do crazy things to people. Okay? Facts, the truth set us free. It is true. This is why people do things to people when they tired of them. You know, that's what happened to Raina Bobbitt or whatever her name was. She done to her husband. She got tired of him gaslighting her and cheating on her. So she just done the next best thing. You don't know when you gonna go gaslight somebody. You don't know when they are on their last nerve. And then you gonna say something to them. Child, you better be careful. I remember that. Everybody ought to remember Lorraine Bobbitt, the one that cut off the Okay? She got tired. You know, people get tired. You just cannot. Why you gotta call out Marlene? Marlene, what did I say? Marlene, you're overreacting. That's number 13. Now see there? I'm learning. No, Marlene, I'm just saying that I thought that you would understand that phrase. What did I say to you anyway? Oh, Marlene, why are you so paranoid? And then you said, why you gotta call out my name? And the 13, Marlene, is you are overreacting. I'm not overreacting to nothing. You the one said this, and that. So why are you calling that overreacting? Calling you dramatic or saying that you are overreacting is a common indication of gaslighting. By saying this, the abuser is telling you that your feelings are invalid. I got tired of the mind games. I know that's right. She did too. Y'all better know. It can happen to a woman or a man. You get on somebody's last nerve and they don't know what to do. And all they know and see is black saying, get rid of this person. Get rid of this person. Don't be that person that make them see black. Because most people will get rid of you. Whether it's taking your life or simply divorcing your butt or blocking you from their life. Okay? I will slice and dice. Play if you want to. People don't understand that. But my therapist, we used to talk about it all the time, about how far are you willing to go. You know? What is the last thing you think can get on your last nerve that people do? You have to really be careful with that. I tell them I'm only reacting to your actions. They'll still say you overreacting to that word. With them kind of people, I just say get them out your life. 14, I only say mean things because. I only say mean things because. An abuser will twist and reframe the words they use if they realize you are upset about them. They will claim that what they said was a way to help you rather than hurt you. When? I only say mean things because Why you gotta say mean things in the first darn place? No, can't deal with that one. Ooh, that fan made me a little go back down to 6 because baby, I was almost at 10. Okay. Number 15. If you don't do it, then you don't love me. This is another thing that gaslighters say. If you don't do it, then you don't love me. What kind of crap is that? Thank you for all the hearts coming in the chat. I appreciate it. If you don't do it, word, then you don't love me. Because that's what's in their way is coming out. Look, because that's what's in you, that's why it's coming out. Because that's what's in you, that's why it's coming out. Okay. Powerful one, mind games. That's what I'm saying. If you don't do it, then you don't love me. That's crazy. Abusers will try to make you do things you aren't comfortable with. They claim that if you don't do what they want, it shows them that you don't love them. This phrase might come up if you don't forgive them for something hurtful that they did to you. Child, that's another thing. Now that would get on my last nerve. The last nerve in my whole entire body got to go. Okay? What's love got to do with it? What's love got to do with it? Not a darn thing. What's love got to do with it? Not nothing. I didn't went back to 7 now. Now I'm salty again. If you don't do it, then you don't love me. What kind of crap is that? I wish somebody would say, if you don't do it, then you don't love me. I'm going to say, come here, honey. Open up my door and say, get out. Get out. Just get out. You say, you know you're right. Thanks for clearing that up. Patty mode. Yeah. Molly, I don't care about love when these bills are due. Get to work. What's love got to do with it? If you don't do it, then you don't love me. Child, I'm going to have a hard time getting to sleep tonight. There's a few people that's on the list today. Okay, number 16. You are the only person that I have. Have y'all heard this? Because I've heard it at work with me. And that's because they can't do what I do. You are the only person that I have problems with. How many people in the chat have heard that? You are the only person that I have problems with. When you speak up, an abuser will use a phrase similar to this. They can convince you that you are the only one that has a problem with their behavior, which validates them. Child, I heard this on the job all the time. You are the only person I have a problem with. Yeah, right. Number 17, I don't care what you said because I know what you're thinking. How do you know what I'm thinking? Are you God? Can you see up in my brain? Come on. Number 18, why do you take everything so seriously? Lord, when you are upset about something, this is a common phrase that gaslighters use. Why do you take everything so seriously? Oh, number 19, you're too sensitive. That really makes me mad. If you cry or get upset, that's what the abusers say. You're too sensitive. Child, number 20. You always read too much into things. An abuser will say something like this to get you to stop looking into things that are bothering you. You ain't gonna be able to do that to G because I know how to go fishing. Fishing means if I'm angry, what's underneath that? And what's underneath that? And what's underneath that till I get to the real deal and you got to go. Okay, 21, listen to yourself. I heard this on TV a lot when people be arguing and stuff and they don't know what to say. They said, now just listen to yourself. This phrase makes you feel like you're acting irrationally. Child, please. I'm the only one that will love you. That's a lie. That's a lie. I'm the only one that will love you. That is so wrong. That is so abusive. So abusive. So abusive. Thank God I spent that time with my therapist because, see, today I got tools. I know what you're talking about. I know about tools. Games don't work. That's right, Marlene. I'm the only one that will love you like you not lovable. First of all, I'm a precious child of God, you fool. Don't you know that? Get out. You know, I'm the only one that loves you. That really takes me to almost 9, okay? Number 23. It's your fault. Please. No matter what they have done or said, abusive people will turn it around and blame you. It's your fault. Number 24, you should have known. I'm not God. I don't even know what to say. But I can't see into the future. Anytime someone says that you should have known something they never said, it is a gaslighting tactic. Child. Number 25, you're blowing things out of proportion. Child, look, I'm not finna. That's it. That's the last one. I can't take no more. This has been a really good lesson for me. You're blowing things out of proportion. And that one, I have heard that in my past from exes and from co-workers and supervisors and all of that. And you don't think I can get salty over that? It's a few supervisors I wish I don't ever want to see in my life ever again. Okay? And especially one of them. Ooh, she was a gaslighting cow. Let me tell you, now that I didn't think about her, but she was gaslighting because she was jealous. Okay, little. Ooh. I'm so glad I did this topic because I helped myself out. I hope you guys got something out of it because now we're going to go over to Marlene. I think Marlene has a great topic too at Marlene Sanders' show. Marlene, put your link in here so everybody can go over there. But guys, thank you so much for being here and listening to the gaslighting phrases that are used to control and hurt you. Because, child, these gaslighting phrases made me go get my fan. Child, I'm going to be thinking about this for weeks. I'm going to be listening. Okay, so now we're going to go over to Marlene's to hear her podcast tonight. The narcissist behavior will have you thinking you are crazy. That's true. That's why they can't be up in my life. And I think that's why I was led to this particular article, because I need to know more about it, because it must be coming my way or it's in my life and about to happen, because now I got some more tools. Okay, I got some. I'm saying, I don't know who you think you talking to. I said, I'm a precious child of God. God is on my side. Let me see you fight that narcissist. Okay, I don't even want to go to 10. Let me just. Okay, all right. In the morning at 10 a.m., I'm going to be over at Friends with Super Channels. Y'all need to come over there because I am going to show you guys what I'm going to do over there. And I'm going to have a wheel where your name is going to be on there. So you don't want to miss it at 10 o'clock at Friends with Super Channel. Now we're going to go over to Marlene's. I want to thank everybody for being here. Marlene, the mother and daughter, the word, realist. Who else? Ari and Bay, thank you so much for coming. And thank y'all so much for participating. Catherine with Friends was in here. Actually, Aubrey, Thank you so much for being here. The word was in the chat. Okay. And I think that was everybody. I hope that I got to everybody. Thank you so much for being here. And I will see you guys next Tuesday. And I'm probably going to be talking about some other stuff. Okay. Love you too, Aaron Bay. And I will see you guys next Tuesday. Bye bye. This channel may not be for everybody, but it is for somebody. Bye-bye, everybody.